Hi guys, it is the 8th of October 2025, Toowoomba, Queensland, Australia, and it is 8:41 p.m. And today, 29 years ago, Yahweh arrived back into Australia to continue his revelation. He was the previous, so it was 96, 7 years, second time living in BC, Canada, where he began his revelation. But to Ezekiel's message, our messenger says, "Hi Ash, last night 11:25 p.m. I was called to the kingdom. Interestingly, I struggled to sustain a clear connection throughout the message. When I arrived, it took her about 15 minutes to secure the connection and remain in the kingdom. Ezekiel told me that the ether was saturated with distortions, which is why I found it difficult to hold the connection. He told me that currently humanity is experiencing a deeper knowing that is coming to the surface, and that this is why the distortions and chaos in the world have increased in an attempt to stop it. Ezekiel said that even the deeper knowing will be hijacked for control. We are to trust no man, but to stay tethered to the Father." That was all I found. That was all, as I found it difficult to stay focused on the connection with so much interference. And I thought I was reminded as I was speaking with her of my painting. Must have been 2007. Yes, it was at Tulip Close. I called it Static. And yes, here it is. So if I zoom in on this, every painting was experimental with me. And when I finished it, I looked at it and thought, static, interference. So yeah, this is what our messenger experienced. Right, let's get back to, and just about the knowing, of course, it's everybody, the world awakening and knowing who it is who's who in the zoo. I won't go any deeper in that. But also there's a knowing, too, of exactly who mankind is. And I've been going back over old knowledge that I had before I found Yahweh. And so I'll put it together in a PowerPoint presentation, because it's science proving in this age, couldn't have been done 100 years ago or 200, at the time of the course or anything like that. So you had the communities, the Essene community, preparing themselves to bring forth the Messiah at that time, being Jesus. But it's today's technology, as we have with the Shroud of Turin, the image on the Shroud of Turin, but also what is recorded within the elements of our DNA, and the name of the Father, Yahweh, within every cell of our body. 100 trillion cells. We have Yahweh within the DNA. So I'll put that together. That's really quite remarkable. And so mankind waking up to exactly who they are, whose name they have on the inside. So going within takes on a whole new meaning, because I called it the secret place of communing with the Father. And that was long before I found Yah. That's how I found him. It was in that solitude and communion alone with him, and listening and hearing and then acting upon what it was, if action was required from what it was that I heard and recorded. Yeah. Yes. Revision for me, but pretty remarkable. I'll put it together in a bit of a PowerPoint. Okay, with that, later Gators.